Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Scum Skill Guide, and today is part 2 where we're going to be doing Constitution in depth. So this is an in-depth Constitution tutorial. Now, what we're going to start out with is a character with a Constitution of 1, and the first thing that you will very quickly realize is how fat this character is. Okay, if you can't see it in the picture, we can just look at the weight here. He weighs 102 kilograms, okay? Which in real life, is not that bad, but in game terms, he is quite fat, okay? So we are going to be doing 4 tests today. The first test is going to be with a character with a Constitution of 1, and we're going to be running down the shooting range, seeing how far he can get. And then the second test is going to be with a character with a Constitution of 5, okay? And then the third test will be with a character with a Constitution of 5, but advanced running. Instead of, we're not looking at the skills here. We're just looking at raw Constitution and what that does to your character. And then the fourth character will have no running skill, but will have advanced endurance, so that we can see how endurance helps you, okay? So when we're looking here, I've already looked at it, guys, so you can take a screenshot now, or you can print the screen now, and then when we do the character with 5 Constitution, you can look at him as well, but I've already gone over the stats, okay? So first of all, what Constitution alone, not the skills, just the attribute Constitution, what that changes is from a Constitution of 1 to 5, okay, your body weight is going to change from 102 kilograms. I'm going to ignore the 0.7. So you're going from 102 kilograms to 82 kilograms. Okay, that's a 20 kilogram difference. And then when it comes to your body fat percentage, you're going from an 83.4% body fat percentage to only 6.4. Like I say, when we change to the character with 5 Constitution, I will open up the screen and you guys can just confirm the numbers that I'm giving you. So that is a body fat percentage change of 32%. Okay? And then storage fat goes from 84.2 to 1.2. That's a 33 kilogram fat difference, okay? So the character's got 33% fat on him, and then the character with 5 Constitution has only got 1.2 kilograms fat on him, okay? Which is why his body fat percentage is so low. Then the second thing that gets changed here is you will see that this character only has a carry weight of 30 kilograms, but when we take the character of 5 Constitution, he will have a carry weight of 45 kilograms. Okay, like I say, guys, in this guide we're going to learn things that you guys haven't learned before, or maybe haven't noticed before. Okay, so clearly the Constitution changes your carry weight as well. Then when it comes to the the weight limit, from easy is basically walking, demanding is jogging and running. Your weight limit, very demanding, is basically when you're sprinting. When you're walking, you can carry, of course, 45 kilograms instead of 30 kilograms with the character of 5 Constitution, but it goes down. So jogging only goes from 22 to 28, okay? And then running only goes from 15 to 16, okay? So not a heck of a lot more weight that you're gaining when you're jogging and you're running. But of course, when you're walking, the slower you're moving, the more weight you can carry. Then the other thing that gets changed is your stamina units, okay? So you will see here at our stamina units, we've only got 56 stamina units. That's like having 100 health or 50 health. So with the character with 5 Constitution, we will have 64 stamina usage to use. And with a character of 1's Constitution, we'll only have 56 stamina units to use. Okay? And then with calorie consumption, sorry guys, calorie consumption, okay? So with calorie consumption, just by standing still, okay, this character is using 174 calories per hour. Okay, 147 calories per hour just by standing still. With a character with a constitution of 1 or 5, you're only going to be using 77 calories standing still. Okay, so this character with 1 constitution literally uses double the calories. Roughly double the calories no matter what he does. Even by standing still, he even uses double the calories. Okay, and then the biggest difference with constitution is your health points, your HP. Okay, so with 1 constitution, you've only got 80 HP. With 5 constitution, you'll have 120 HP, giving you a 40 HP difference. That's about 50%. To put it in layman's terms, if a guy shoots you or hits you and every hit does 10% damage or 10 HP damage, you can kill a character with 1 constitution in 8 shots, but it's going to take you 12 shots to kill a character with 5 constitution. Okay? It's a major difference, guys. From 80 health to 120 health, that's a very, very big difference. Okay? And definitely something that we need to focus on. And then when it comes to calorie consumption, we're going from standing still. This is just what the character is busy with at the moment. Okay, so with standing still, we're doubling that usage. With slow calorie usage, we're going from 322 to 597. With medium calorie usage, we're going from 1,633, or 1,624, which he's using, to 875, which a fit character or a character with 5 constitution will use. And with fast, when we're sprinting, then this character will use 2,949 calories per hour, depending if it's level ground, uphill, or downhill, which I discussed in our first guide, the strength guide. And, and then if he's got 5 constitution, he'll also just be using half, 1,590 calories, okay? And that's about it. So before we look at the running and endurance, let's just look at what this character can do, okay? What we're going to be doing now is we're going to start him here in line with this, and then we're just going to sprint. We're just going to sprint down here and see how far he can make it. Okay, so I'm going to scroll my mouse wheel forward, and I'm just going to go for it. And we are basically going to stop when he stops. Okay, so I'm just going to press W as soon as we hit 2% stamina. So first we can see that our calorie consumption here is 2,595. That's a bit more accurate than this calculation here. Okay, so we can see our calorie consumption is 2,595. We're using, one unit. But let's just see how far we go. Let's just see how far we go. And we're only running at 22.7 kilometers per hour. Yeah, kilometers per hour. So let's just see how far we get. So the first thing is anyone can really catch us. Okay, and that's it, boys, that's it. So 300, now I didn't start at 0, but we're going to start at the same point. So we got to about 350 meters roughly, okay, before we're done for. Okay, and then of course we can see the stamina recovery is quite slow. Okay, but we're only going to be focusing on that with the character with endurance. So let's look at the character with 5 constitution now. Okay, here we are. So I'm just going to go to the metabolism, and you can see now the character's got 5 constitution. Okay, and you can just go through the stats again. Okay, I don't know if I pressed constitution with the first character, but trust me, guys, that character had a constitution of 5. Okay, that's why he was fat. And yeah, you can just go through. You can see there we've got, about the 120 HP that I told you guys about, the 45 kilograms, the 15 kilogram difference in carry weight. And yeah, you guys can just look at this, look at the previous, look at the previous window, and then, you'll see that I was on point with everything that I told you guys. So now, let's do the same test with this character here, and see how far he can run. Okay, we're just going to start at the same. So the first guy ran 350 meters, okay, before he was done for. So let's see with 5 constitution what this equates to. So still we've got no running speed, so we're not running faster, guys. We are not running faster, okay? The only things which you will learn in this guide in the next part where we cover the dexterity. The only things that changes your running speed is your running skill and dexterity. That's the only thing that changes your running speed, okay? So this character is still just running at 22.7, okay? Even though he weighs 20 kilograms less, he can't run faster, okay? You have to put points into your running skill to run faster. And then you have to put points into dexterity, the attribute dexterity, to run fast, okay? But let's see if he can go further, because he, of course, uses less stamina, okay? So let's go. Mouse scroll wheel forward. Let's go. Now we can already see he's going to get further because he's running past the 200 meter mark. Okay, quite soon. So we can already see that he's going to get quite a bit further. So there we go, 400 meters, guys. Just 50 meters further. Okay? And again, right through this series, which is probably going to be 20 videos, we're going to cover every single thing there is to cover in Scum. Right through the series, I'm going to give you guys the raw info. And what I want you guys to notice here is that Constitution itself only has certain major changes. In this instance, it's got a change on your gear weight because you can carry 50% more. And it's got a difference on your HP because you've got 50% more health points. And then it's got a major influence on your calorie usage because you're using 50% less calories. Doesn't matter really what you're doing, okay? But when it comes to the importance of putting points into Constitution, the main thing comes into the skills, okay? Because as you see, it doesn't work like real life. Just because we weigh less, we look fitter, we are not running faster, which in real life it should be like that, okay? But without using the points in the skills, your character will not achieve what you are hoping to achieve with having that Constitution. You will look better, but you will not be that much better, okay? So big thing in this guide is me just showing you guys that there's a major difference between the attribute, Constitution, or strength, or dexterity and intelligence, to the skills. And the main emphasis is on the skills, okay? The fact that you can get 50% more HP and carry 50% more weight, and use 50% less calories, that is big, okay? But when it comes to surviving and getting away from a guy that's chasing you, or catching someone that you're chasing, then running is very, very important, And when it comes to how many shots you can hit, and how long your stamina gets to, how long your stamina takes to regain itself, or how much stamina you're using with a certain action, like when you fighting with fists, then your skill in unarmed combat will depend on how much stamina you're using. If you're hitting someone with a weapon like a sledgehammer, your melee weapon skill will depend on how much stamina you're using. Okay, so let's start now with the running skill and see what effect that has. Remember, we can only run 400 meters with Constitution of 5. Okay, guys and girls, here we are, the exact same character, also 5 Constitution. The only difference is we just gave him advanced running skill. Okay, all the characters that I'm testing has average. Okay, 3 is the average of everything. You know, you've got average strength, average dexterity, so everything is average except the thing that we're testing. The first character that we looked at had a constitution of 1. This character's got a constitution of 5, and now we added the running skill. So we put our points into running to the max that we could, putting 3 points in there. We could have put points into endurance as well, but we want to look at the skills individually and how they affect our character. Okay, when it comes to running, the biggest changes that takes effect is that you gain a little bit more jogging speed. Okay, not a lot. You're going from a jogging speed of 12.5 to 14.5, but when it comes to your running speed, you're going from 22.7 to 26.1. Okay, which makes a difference. That's the difference between getting away from someone or catching someone that you're chasing. And then your speed. Okay, your speed goes from 100% to 115%, so you're gaining 15% running speed there. And then your stamina recovery, okay, or your stamina usage goes down by 30%. Okay, so that's why you will see by the stamina change, you're using less stamina units per second, okay, especially when you're running. So let's see how far this character gets now by running, because we've got advanced running. And already we're going to see a big difference, because we're going to hit the 200 meter mark and not even be close to 50% stamina. Okay, we can see that we're moving a lot faster. And we're almost breaking the 400 meter mark with about 50% of our stamina left. So that is more than 50% further, guys. So you're running faster. You're running about 50% further before you run out of stamina, just because of the running skill. Okay, and to end this video off, in the next episode we're going to do dexterity, but to end this episode off, I'm going to emphasize this by just showing you a character with 5 constitution and 5 dexterity, to show you a character that has max speed, okay, and then max running, what that ends up with. Because no matter what character you make, guys, if you start where I start, you cannot break the 800 meter mark before your guy starts walking. But I'm going to get as close as possible to that 800 meter mark for you. Let's look at the character now with endurance, okay? Because we can see that the endurance is coming back slowly as well. So let's just look at the endurance quickly. Okay, so here we are. Now, this is where people say endurance. A lot of people that have been playing for a while says endurance isn't really important. You know, just put all your points into running, because endurance isn't that important. And if you look at it in that way, you know, you can say that. But the first thing that you are going to see here is that your stamina recovery, okay, goes up. From 90% to 120%, okay? So you recover your stamina a lot faster. And then your stamina change, okay, goes from about, the stamina change is combined with your running, sorry guys. So the only thing that changes is your stamina recovery, and endurance is the only thing that really changes your water consumption. Not by a lot, okay? You will see that if you've got no endurance, then your water consumption will be 500, 300, you know, it will be solid numbers here. But with higher endurance, your water consumption goes down. Not by a lot, but I found it quite interesting, you know, that you use a little bit less water when you've got high endurance. Where with most characters, doesn't really matter what character you build, you're not really going to use less water. You will even see from the 1 constitution character to the 5 constitution character that the water consumption does really change. Your calorie consumption changes, but your water consumption doesn't really change. So, yes, when it comes to endurance, it doesn't change a lot, but stamina recovery has got a major effect. Okay, especially when you're running away from someone. So what I want you to realize is if both of us, if my character and your character can run at 26, can run as fast as the previous character. So both of us took maxed running, but you didn't take any endurance. Normally I take a character with max running and like I build a character with 5 constitution, okay? So what happens is that I get a lot further than you because when I lie down, we all know that when our stamina is low, then we lie down, okay? To regain our stamina as fast as possible. The thing is that my character is going to regain that stamina a lot faster than yours, okay? A lot faster than yours. Yeah, you can see that my stamina is coming back now at 2.4 stamina units per second. Okay? Which literally means double the speed as when I'm standing up. Okay? That's what the stamina change means. It's how much you regaining. And that is why the 1.2 is better. Because without running or an endurance skill, you aren't going to be recovering your stamina units that fast. But that's why lying down, is great because it doesn't only heal you at 200%, but it also changes your stamina recovery by 200%. Okay? But the previous character went up to, about 700 meters, and I'm sure this character is going to do exactly the same. But for science, let's just test it. But while this character is running, what I want you to understand is if you just take 3 constitution and you max out running and you don't put anything into endurance because you don't think it's important, and I take 5 constitution, okay, with advanced running and medium endurance, then first of all, it doesn't matter. Then I'll still be able to get away from you because you'll be the same speed as me, but both of us are going to have to lie down at the same time. But I'm going to stand up before you can stand up, okay? So on a long distance, I'm going to be able to get away from you. And on a long distance, I'm going to be able to catch you. And never mind that, I'm going to have more health points than you. So I'm going to be able to take more damage than you. Okay? And that's it. But here we can clearly see without the running skill, okay, we're going to do exactly the same as the previous character. So here we can clearly see that endurance has no effect on how far you can run. Okay, the biggest factors on how far you can run is your running speed, how fast you're moving forward, your calorie usage, and of course your stamina usage per second, and then your running skill. Okay, so let's see how close we can get to 800 meters with the perfect stamina combination. Okay, with the perfect character where we are amplifying our constitution with dexterity because that's adding speed to our character. But if you guys have got any questions, if you guys have got anything to add down in the comments below, please do so. Okay, this guide is not only here for me to tell you a lot of things that you might not have known, but for us as a community to teach each other everything there is to learn about this game so that we can enjoy it more. Knowledge is power, and that's definitely the case with Scum. Okay, so let's make that character quickly and see how close we can get to 800 meters. Since we are focusing on Constitution today, and we want to see, what kind of character can run the furthest. And if you guys were wondering, a very, very thin skeleton character cannot run further than an average character. Okay, so don't think because you're making a skinny character, you can run further or faster. Okay, the max speed, according to me, I haven't done the running character that I'm going to create now for us. But the max speed, according to me, is 28.7 kilometers per hour. Okay, and like I say, I have tested hundreds of characters, and I can't get past the 800 meter mark. So having a thin character doesn't help you speed-wise, doesn't help you distance-wise either. It's not like you're a Kenyan marathon runner and you can run further than anyone else. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the end of the guide. So yes, you will see now that this character has constitution of 5, average strength, constitution of 5, and dexterity of 5. Okay, and I had to give him 2.5 intelligence because you have to sacrifice something if you want, if you want 2 skills on max, and then unfortunately I don't ever want to go below 3 with any attribute. Okay, and that's why my character, my perfect character build, you will see that. But the first thing that you're going to see, I didn't put any skills. I just used running, and I put the rest of the points into endurance. Okay, but in dexterity, I didn't choose anything in dexterity. So the only difference between the character that got to the 700 meter mark and this character is that this character's got 5 dexterity instead of 3 dexterity, instead of average dexterity. We gave him 2 extra dexterity. And now our running speed went from, what was our running speed again? Let me just refresh my memory here again. Come on, buddy. 26.1 to 28.7. And like I told you guys, your max running speed is 28.7. You can come and create characters, guys. I have created hundreds of characters. At the end of this guide, I will show you all my single player characters. I had to name this character Blade Runner because I'm running out of names to use. But yes, 28.7 kilograms, and I will show you that we're going to stop probably at a 750 meter mark. Hopefully we get to 760, but we are never going to cross the 800 meter mark. Okay, but the big thing here is that the dexterity is giving us that max speed of 28.7. Doesn't matter how thin we make our character, we can't go higher than that. And then we can see that our stamina recovery is great as well. Okay, so it's just the perfect running character here. So let's see how far we can get with him. Scroll forward and then Shift W, auto run, and here we go. And from 26.1 to 28.7, guys, you can clearly see a difference. Now you will see that we're going to get close to the 400 meter mark before we hit 50%. Okay, or when we hit 50%. See, that's just before the 400 meter mark, which can already tell you that we're not going to get to the 800 meter mark, but we're definitely going to get further than any other character. So this is the perfect character when it comes to catching someone or getting away from someone. This is the perfect character. Like I told you guys, that's it. Okay, with one character I got to about the 750 meter mark. Okay, maybe that was a very, very thin character. I'm not sure. But you're never going to reach the 800 meter mark, guys. So yeah, we are just, we're playing with very small differences. The main difference here is your stamina recovery. Okay, how fast you're recovering your stamina, how fast you are running, and the distance that you are covering. I hope you found this guide helpful. If you've got any further tips, please leave it in the comments down below. If you've got any further questions, leave that in the comments down below as well. And my Discord link is down below as well. Have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow for the dexterity guide. Cheers.